It's funny. Sometimes the most profound lessons in life come from the most unexpected places. Today, we're going to dive into a children's story, believe it or not, called Muffin and the Secret of Black Rain, and it holds some incredibly powerful insights into emotional intelligence. Lessons that are just as important for us adults as they are for kids. So let's see what we can learn from it. So here's the big question, right? What on earth can a simple story about a cloud teach us about, well, anger? It's one of our most complicated, most challenging emotions. And we're going to break the story down to find a surprisingly smart roadmap for navigating it. And trust me, this isn't just a book report. It's a deep dive into a feeling we all have to deal with.
Okay, so first things first, let's meet our main character, Muffin, living in a world that's just full of joy. It's really important to see this happy beginning because it sets the stage. It's the peaceful before that makes the after so much more powerful.
So this is Muffin, a super cheerful cloud, just floating around, bringing joy, watering flowers, and making these beautiful, bright rainbows. You can almost think of Muffin as, well, us on a good day. It's that feeling of well-being, of contentment, before something comes along and messes with our inner peace.
And of course, just like in life, that peace doesn't last forever. Now we're getting to the part of the story where some outside negativity shows up, uninvited, and triggers a pretty dramatic change.
And here it is. The story calls it the Black Shadow. It's just hiding out in a corner of the sky, totally jealous of Muffin, and decides, you know what? I'm going to cause some trouble. I mean, isn't that a perfect metaphor for those external triggers we can't control? A nasty comment, somebody's jealousy, some unfairness that just comes out of nowhere and sparks that anger inside us.
And whoa, look at the effect this has. While Muffin is sleeping, the Black Shadow literally pours black paint on her. The change is, well, it's instant and it's drastic. On the left, you've got happy Muffin. On the right, she's become this gloomy, dark cloud. It's such a powerful visual of how one single event can completely flip our internal world upside down. The story calls this black rain. Now, the really crucial point here is that this isn't just a feeling Muffin keeps inside. When she tries to do her job and water the flowers, this dark, gloomy rain pours out, and it makes everyone around her sad. It's such a perfect metaphor for how our own unresolved anger can spill out and negatively affect our relationships and just everything around us. So what happens when you just hold on to that anger? The story dives right into that next, showing just how heavy that burden is. And then, crucially, it introduces a mentor, someone who offers a way out. So here's Muffin, just lost and confused, raining these black drops, when a wise bird approaches her. And notice the very first thing the bird does. It doesn't judge, it doesn't give advice, it just asks a simple question. Why are you so angry? And that right there, that's the first step to healing, isn't it? Just acknowledging the emotion and trying to put words to it. Okay, this is probably the most powerful line in the entire story. The bird tells Muffin that holding on to anger is like carrying a backpack full of stones. I mean, wow. It perfectly captures that feeling of emotional exhaustion, the sheer weight of a long-held grudge. And that promise of feeling light like a feather, well, that's the motivation you need to finally let it go. But, knowing you need to let go is one thing, but how do you actually do it? This is where the story shifts and gives Muffin and us a set of really practical tools to start that healing process. The bird's first move is to take Muffin to the lake of goodness. After a splash, she starts to feel a little bit better. You can think of this like the external things we do to cope. Changing our environment, seeking out positive experiences, or just distracting ourselves. They're definitely helpful, for sure, but as we're about to see, they're not the complete solution. Because even after that cleansing swim, a single black stain is still there. And this is where the story delivers its biggest insight. The bird explains that to heal completely, Muffin has to defeat the evil within. It's just a beautiful way of making the point that true healing is an inside job. So, what does that internal work look like? The bird offers Muffin 3 simple but honestly profound strategies. First, talk about it, because words can heal. Second, get it out of your head by drawing it on paper. And third, use your body, use deep breathing to let the hurt float away. I mean, that is a wonderfully practical toolkit for processing anger. All right, so Muffin is armed with these new tools and a whole new understanding. Now she's ready for the climax of her journey, to confront the source of her pain and make a choice that will change everything. Muffin flies back to the Black Shadow.
But this time, it's totally different. She's not there for revenge. She has this huge realization. She says, as long as I'm angry, I can't be completely happy. She shifts her focus away from the shadow and onto her own well-being. And that is the turning point.
She tells the black shadow, I'm not mad at you anymore. Bye-bye. And in that moment of letting go, the story delivers its ultimate lesson. It's forgiveness that finally helps her overcome the anger. And just like that, the very last black spot disappears.
The story ends with this beautiful and realistic message. Drops of black rain can fall on anyone. It acknowledges that we can't always prevent hurtful things from happening. But, and this is the empowering part, we always have the power to clean them off, using tools like kindness, positive thinking, and genuine care for others. And that brings us right back to you. Muffin's journey from a happy cloud to a storm of anger and finally back to peace is a powerful reminder of the burdens we all carry. So the question is, how will you apply these lessons to lighten your own backpack of stones?